Hi guys, welcome to my movie fan channel. My name's Tyler. Today's review is going to be for The Mandalorian, Chapter 5, The Gunslinger. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you give me a thumbs up down below, hit the like button, also hit the subscribe and the little notification bell. That way you get alerts to when I post a new video. And share this video around to all your friends and family on Facebook, Twitter, and social medias. In this episode, Mando takes the ship into the shop for repairs after he's attacked and the ship is badly damaged. And he flies in and lands in Mos Eisley Spaceport. The little pit droids from Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones are there. And Mando does what we all want to do, and he shoots at them. At this point, he still doesn't like droids, and he's like, keep them away from my ship. The mechanic lady is kind of annoying. She reminds me of Dexter's Diner with the waitress. It's just too Earth-like. It feels too much like Earth. She calls Mando a womp rat, and then he ventures off into the streets of Tatooine. The annoying mechanic lady, she babysits Baby Yoda, and she calls him Bright Eyes, which I could see her or Mando or whoever coming back in a later season, and they end up calling him that for good, just so they don't have to call him Baby Yoda out in public and fans and whoever, or call him the child in the show. He doesn't have a name. And then we go back to the Mos Eisley Cantina, which is awesome, from the original Star Wars, A New Hope. There is a droid bartender, which is interesting because in the original movie, they walk into the bar and he's like, hey, we don't serve their kind here, and there's like a droid. So they have like a bias against droids, and it looks like Tatooine has progressed a little bit, and they now have a droid bartendering, but it also looks pretty dead in there. What's up with that? You should do some happy hour specials and get the cantina up and bustle them again. There's like 3 aliens in there. They say something like the Bounty Hunter Guild doesn't operate there anymore, so I guess Tatooine's even more of like a backwater, like nobody's there, ghost town. Then over in the booth where Han Chakrito, some douchebag, like calls out the Mando, and he turns around, and the guy is sitting in Han Solo's chair.
How dare you stand where he stood?
Mando and the douchebag guy, which I'm going to be calling him from now on. I forget what his name is. Doesn't really matter. The guy's a douchebag. They get speeder bikes and they go after this badass assassin chick, Fennec Shan, who is working for the Hutts formerly, and now she's out on the run with the bounty on her, and Mando needs some money to fix the ship up. So they're like, all right, I guess I'll team with this douchebag. Let's go. It was cool to see some Tusken Raiders. It was like funny that they just like snuck up on them. They're riding around with the speeders. That douchebag guy kind of looks like James Franco from Spider-Man 3 when he's the new Green Goblin. He had that mask on and shit, and he just looked like James Franco as it is. Fennec Shan that they're going after is some kind of martial arts badass, and she just kicked the douchebag's ass. And I don't know if it's Terakasi or something that she knows, jiu-jitsu. She puts the dude in arm bars and stuff. She was kicking his ass, and then Mando came back up, and they 2-on-1 had the advantage on her. When they apprehend her, Mando uses the line, "She's no good to me dead," from The Empire Strikes Back, a callback to Boba Fett. It was his line, and that's interesting that they dropped that in there, especially on Tatooine, which also is affiliated with Boba Fett. And then they have a little teaser at the end, which we'll talk about, could also be Boba Fett. So the twin suns rise on Tatooine, and Fennec is sowing deception, at least the seeds of it, between Mando and the douchebag. One of the speeder bikes got destroyed. Mando leaves to go get the dewback, and Fennec gets shot by the douchebag guy. The douchebag guy knows that Mando is worth more, the child is worth more, and then he can get more money from them. Mando just kind of leaves the body there, which was weird to me because, okay, if she's no good to them dead, it looks like the douchebag kid shot her. She must be dead. Can't use her anymore. But then somebody walks up at the end of the episode, Boba Fett, possibly. I don't know if they're there to collect a reward for her. Maybe she had one of those fob things that track her, and it was beeping, like, and he's like, she must be over here somewhere, I don't know. And, like, there she is, and she's dead already, and he's like, oh, rats. Or maybe Boba Fett knew her because he also worked with the Hutts before. It would be interesting to have him have some kind of romantic relationship in their past, and he's, like, now out to get the Mandalorian, and it's like vengeance. And if we have Boba Fett in Season 2, as is rumored, with the casting of Tamora Morrison and a bunch of other rumors that we've heard on the internet, it would be interesting if they were going after Mando with like a vendetta. And if he killed like his love interest or his friend or his business partner, or whatever the case may be, and he's like out to get him, that's another interesting aspect of it, especially if Mando's wanted and becoming so infamous. If Boba Fett crawled out of the Sarlacc pit and is like, I gotta make some money to get back on my feet, I'm going to go after this guy. Who does he think he is? I'm the badass dude in the Mandalorian armor that doesn't talk a lot. When Mando gets back to the shipyard, where he docked, he finds the douchebag guy with a gun to Baby Yoda. And I was like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. He makes Mando put his hands up behind his head. And I'm like, he's going to do some Die Hard shit where he's got a gun behind his back, taped to his neck or something. And he kind of did that. They had the little flashbang thing that he was using to avoid the sniper bullets from Fennec on the speeder bikes. Didn't really work. He got shot off it. This time it works, and he's able to overtake the guy. Felt like a Western movie a little bit, and like I said, a little bit of Die Hard vibes, where Hans Gruber's got John McClane, and he's got the gun taped to his back. Mando kills that annoying asshole, and he saves a child. At the end of this episode, like I was saying before, somebody walks up to Fennec's body, whether she's alive or not, I don't know. I hope she's alive, because that was a cool character, but we hear, like, spurs jingling. And that is the effect, the sound they input into Empire Strikes Back when Boba Fett's walking around on Cloud City. So that's clearly another Boba Fett reference. So they really want you to believe it's Boba Fett. If it's not, I would be super shocked. There's all these things pointing in that direction. If you wanted to go another way, I would kind of be disappointed because it's very evident that that is what they were hinting towards. But that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know what you thought of this video. Give me a thumbs up, like I said in the beginning, and subscribe, share this video around to all your friends and family, and I will see you guys in the next one.